Okay, so with this image, I really like it. I think that the photographer did a great job using Photoshop to take one image of this girl, crop it, crop out everything around her, and then put it on top of this other image. I think it's very creative, and I personally don't know how to use Photoshop very well, so props to um, this photographer. I think it really shows her experience and her ability to sort of use her creativity to take two things and combine it into one image. I think the artist in this image really uses elements and principles of design. You can see texture very clearly. It's very prominent in this picture. Just look at the grass and the dandelions. It's all up close. The viewer can almost feel how prickly or rough the grass is. You can just really feel the texture. And then I think lines are another element of design that really come into play here because the grass are all straight lines and they're going in a ton of different directions. And then there is one dandelion in the center and it's yellow, so that really stands out first. And then I like how the girl was placed on top of it. At the very center of the page, it immediately captures the viewer's eye and draws them towards the center of the image, which is the subject. I think that this image, the photographer must have chosen the theme of dream. It kind of reminds me of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, you know? It gives the viewer a different perspective on life. What if we really were this small and had to see the world from this? I can't even imagine what it would be like that I could stand on top of a dandelion and be that small and see the world from down there. So I think it's almost like a dream. Like this obviously isn't real life and would never happen, but it kind of gets you thinking about a different perspective on the world and definitely has dreamlike characteristics and movie-like characteristics, just like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I think if I could change one thing about this image, it would be the background for sure up here on the horizon. I don't like that you can see like an air conditioning machine right here, and then the brick wall with this on it isn't very aesthetically pleasing, and I think it distracts the viewer from what really is like the main focus of this image. I know it's hard and difficult, but I would maybe try shooting this from a different angle. You could go over top of the dandelion a little bit more, or you could even lay all the way down in the grass and then put your camera closer so that way the dandelion would be in focus and you could see all the grass, and it would also help if you got really, really low to the ground because then the grass would be taller and it would make it look like she really is that small. It would kind of put her into perspective with the foreground and background because the grass would be all beside her, which I think would be a really cool shot if you could somehow get that. Another thing that I might change about this image is just her head is a little bit chopped off up here, and then her hand is missing. I'm guessing that was an error with Photoshop, but I wouldn't know how to fix that. So the photographer can just fix that. It's an easy fix, and I think it would help give the picture that much more quality. Then I think improvement-wise within the composition, I think that if the theme is a dream, it would really help if maybe the girl wore a different outfit, because if you're trying to go off of like a fairy tale, then she could wear a dress. But I do understand if the artist is trying to portray, you know, like your everyday life, then all of a sudden you're thrown into this situation. Like on Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, they did not even know that this was going to happen to them, so they're wearing their normal clothes. But I do think if you want to maybe try to make this appear more like dreamlike, then you can have her wear a different outfit. You could also make the colors pop a little bit more with some editing. And then I think, other than that, I think that this image is great overall. I really like it, and it shows that the photographer put a lot of time and effort into creating this and really thought through what she was doing.